Welcome back to ScaleSpeedworks. My name's Mike. We're going to talk a little bit about what I'm doing to get this Ford Ranger Splash turned into a street machine. Let's take a look, see what we have. So far, not much. Truck's in primer. Just a Tamiya white primer. Have to get the fill panels back here because, again, this is a step side bed. Haven't decided. I'll probably fill those in with some putty, sand those smooth. The truck looks great. I spent probably more money than I should have to get this really cool grill. I really like that with the two lights in the middle. Other than that, not too much going on. Okay, let's move that aside. Might as well show that grill with the front bumper. So we're going to have a lot of lights down there. Really digging that look. Alright, so that's what we got. Good on there. Let's talk about the wheels and tires. That is the stock wheel. Take a look at it right there. That's what it looks like. Alright, so I haven't decided if I'm still going to use those or not. But what I did is I hit up my parts bin and I found these Goodyears. These are nice and wide. These come in a variety of AMT kits from the 90s, and those fit really well. And I really like those. However, I think they're a little small in there. So, not sure if I'm going to use those or not. Next option, I got these from the Revell SVT Focus. And I think we kind of have the same issue there. Although I really like those. I think those would look awesome. If I could just get maybe a taller tire on there. Although I don't know. Those are starting to grow on me. Let's see what else we got. We have these from the 2013 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Those look pretty good, although they do stick out. Those interfere with the bed. Yeah, just a little bit. So I'm probably not going to be using those. Those are just a little too wide. Although I do like the look. Probably not going to work. Found these in my parts bin as well. These do say Goodyear, and they also say for off-road use only or racing use only. Those look pretty cool, but again, those stick out. Not quite the look that I'm going for. So back to the parts bin I went, and I found these. These kind of look like a standard truck tire. I believe these are from the Mobius Ford F100 kits. And that wheel fits pretty good in there. Actually fits really good. And if you look, not only does it tuck up, but I think it fills a wheel well pretty good there. Not sure. Again, not sure if these are the wheels and tires that I'm going to use, but I do like that. Pretty happy with that. All right, let's get around to the engine. There's a little discussion about whether the engine from the SHO Taurus was a 3.0 or a 3.2 liter, and the answer is both. It was a 3.0 liter when originally introduced, and it was later bored out to a 3.2 liter engine. So had the same look and most of the same components, but it was bored out to make a 3.2 liter engine. So this is a Yamaha sourced V6, And this engine is from the AMT Ford Taurus SHO kit. You can see how that compares to the stripped out engine from the Ford Ranger and Ford Explorer kits. This was the 4.0 liter V6 from the Ranger. So there's that. Here's the Yamaha. So the Yamaha engine, I keep saying Yamaha engine. It is a Yamaha sourced engine, but it was made for the Ford. So it does sit longitudinally in the engine bay, which is great if you have a front wheel drive car or truck. This truck, as you know, is not front wheel drive, so the engine needs to sit like that. And as you can see, it's pretty close. There's a little bit of wiggle room in there, but I think it'll sit in there just fine. But we do need to get rid of this transmission. And here's a transmission from this engine. So that was cut off for another project, and I just happened to find it and happened to have it sitting around. So what we're going to do, I got my hot knife heating up. This engine has been primered. It does have some chrome parts and pieces. Everything was stripped and sprayed in a Tamiya primer. So there's a connection for the transaxle. This is really a cool setup, but it's not going to work for this truck. So let me grab the hot knife, see if it's ready. So it helps when the knife is turned on. And as you can see, whoops, let's melt that back together. A little bit of force, not much at all. It's kind of letting the knife do the work. Push down just a little bit, bring it up. Done. Done. Clean. Very clean. Look at that, nice and smooth. Real happy with how that came out. All right, let's put some glue on that, and I think we're going to call that a day. That required just a little bit of cleanup to get that transmission sitting on there nice and square. There it is. Looks pretty good, and hopefully we'll be able to get that just like that. All right, so I'm going to sit. I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to figure out what wheels I'm going to use. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all of your support, and I will see you guys on the next one.